As a mega city, Lagos has the fourth highest GDP in Africa, and it's among the top 10 of the world's fastest growing cities. This makes Lagos an important city to the world. Let's share with you once again the success story of your city, my city, the city of Lagos. Come along. Let's take you into the business of governance in Lagos State from the governor's office. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, played host to former and serving speakers and deputy speakers of houses of assembly across the country for an interactive session in Lagos. The occasion was a strategic session to most importantly appreciate and consider the political expertise and experience of the 2023 presidential hopeful Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the platform of the APC. For Mr. Governor, he outlined the various historic political contributions of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who happens to have performed excellently well as a former senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
It's important for me to forget this, because that is how Asiwaju laid the foundation of the Lagos we all can celebrate here today. And I think it's also important for me to take the comments of the former Speaker of the Anambra House of Assembly, who also came up and talked about what we need to do to realize the female fold in our midst, to ensure that the biases that is around us, Asiwaju is one of the few people that have continued to push that. And if you might have forgotten, Asiwaju was the first person that has a deputy governor as a woman. Asiwaju is a former senator that has the requisite legislative experience. Not only does he have legislative experience, of course, he has taken executive experience to a level that has never been seen before. And by further extension, he has created the most vibrant judicial experience that is second to none in this country. Because indeed, it was during his tenure that we had the judiciary reform that we have in Lagos that has been the template that has been used in other parts of this country.
On his part, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu emphatically argued why he is the right man for the job as the president of Nigeria.
And I am qualified to stand before you, wishing and requesting for your support to become the 2023 elected President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm well educated, sound, one of the best alumni, left the school with honors. I was a tutor as a student of my fellow classmates. And I was one of the most sought after graduates of that period, recruited by the best accounting and financing in the world. And to achieve honors, summa cum laude, is not easy. While you stay after work, I did put all together because I was focused, I was effective, I was organized, and able to juggle my timetable and build my life on a straight lane of athleticism that Nigeria needs right now. As I need Nigeria, Nigeria needs me.
And that's the picture talking about the business of governance in Lagos from the governor's office. The City of Lagos TV show will continue in a moment. You're still watching the City of Lagos TV show. You're welcome to another interesting interview session on the program. The City of Lagos, as a cosmopolitan city, requires in-depth catalog of records and activities in order to serve as verifiable files for people to understand what is Lagos all about. Considering the themes agenda of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, it is of critical importance to find out what is the vision and mission statement of one agency that is saddled with the responsibility of putting relevant information about Lagos in a proper dimension. Today we're welcoming the Director General of the Lagos State Records and Archives Bureau, LASRAB. It's our pleasure to welcome Mrs. Bilikis Adebi Abiola, the Director General of LASRAB. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you very much.
Tell us, what is the mandate, the vision and mission statement of LASRAB?
LASRAB is an agency of Lagos State Government under the Ministry of Information and Strategy. It was established pursuant to a law in 2007, and it was a reform. And it was to help Lagos State properly manage its records. The gambit and the role of LASRAB is in two forms. The first leg is to help to collect heritage of Lagos State. And so we at LASRAB go around to various traditional leaders, Lagos families, and try to get the history of Lagos, document the history of Lagos. So we have historical records, pictures, a modern archive where we keep that. The second leg is we actually are a regulator of how government, Lagos State government, manages our records. So we are responsible for ensuring that every single Lagos State ministry, department, or agency properly handles our records. So we ensure that they keep up to the world-class standards. They have proper staff that know what they are doing in terms of record keeping. And then we also ensure that records have a life cycle. So once the records have come to the end of their life cycle, we look at the records and keep them in our archives. And so LASRAB, we call it the data bank of Lagos State. It's where you can come and see Lagos as a snapshot from the beginning till now.
Since you came on board, LASRAB tends to have taken a leap forward. What was your strategic master plan? Was it in tandem with the themes agenda of Mr. Governor?
Absolutely. So the themes agenda is, we work very closely with that. And one of the things that we look at is making Lagos a 21st century economy. And LASRAB fits very closely with that. Because we've seen that in the public service, we're providing services to 20 million Lagosians. It's a very big task. Many agencies and ministries are working. And so what we are doing is ensuring that these ministries have the right information at the right time to provide a high quality service to the citizenry. At LASRAB, we have professionals. We call them archivists. So these are people that are trained. Some of them have master's degrees in proper records keeping. And so we are putting hundreds of these trained archivists into the various ministries, departments, and agencies over a few years. That will ensure that the records are properly managed. We are able to see at a glance how these various offices are operating, and we can come and ensure that things are done right. With the COVID-19 experience that we had, that took almost 2 years, where a lot of government agencies were working remotely. And so that really drove home the importance of having a digital record system. Our job is to ensure that every single record that is generated by a Lagos State government is properly handled, and then those that are of enduring value are properly preserved and kept for posterity. So we work in tandem with every single ministry. So we've had to do a lot of awareness building, telling people the importance of records. So for instance, somebody will generate a record and say, okay, I've done this, I've given you this thing, and it's done. But our job is to ensure that that particular record is kept, because 20 years from now, that record may be a very important and vital document that is needed. And we need to ensure that it's kept properly. And we've seen that with proper records keeping, we can save the government a lot of money. And we are also a backup. So for instance, there may be an issue where a file may go missing somewhere, and they come to us and say, do you have this particular record or this particular file? And we have it. So our job is to ensure that we are a backup for government. Another role that we play is we want to celebrate Lagos State for its various residents, admirers. We have a very powerful history. Over the years, we've not really focused and played a lot of emphasis on the history of Lagos. And our role at LASRAB is to shine a light on that. So we've done quite a few initiatives. We have a show, it's called the Lagos Heritage Series, where we interview prominent Lagosians, people that know about Lagos history. So during the COVID-19 pandemic, because we couldn't go out and do a lot of that, we had a Zoom series where we had prominent and well-respected academics come online and talk about various topics about Lagos history. We also do tours where children can come. Unfortunately, history is not taught in our curriculum, and that is a big disadvantage that we have. So we have children coming in to LASRAB, coming into our mini museum to learn about Lagos history. Recently, I had an exchange with someone that Lagos is a no man's land, and actually Lagos land belonged to the Benin people. Unfortunately, people don't understand the history of Lagos. That the first settlers of Lagos were the Aworis. The Aworis were in the central part of Lagos. You have the Ijebus in Ikorodu, in Ekpe. Then also in Badagry, you have the Egun people. The Benin people came in to conquer Lagos, and that's why the first king of Lagos, King Ado, was a Benin prince. When you talk about the ownership of land ownership does not belong to the king of Lagos, Oba of Lagos. It belongs to the Idejos, people like the Onirus, Onikoyis. There was actually a court case that was taken all the way to the British Supreme Court that Herbert Macaulay was the lawyer for. And that was an issue that really underscored the issue of land ownership in Lagos.
What are the challenges you've actually faced in trying to gather, or put together this vital records?
So there's a lot of challenges. So there's also one of the major things we look at is safety. A lot of these records, they are dusty, they have termites. It can be actually very hazardous to our staff. So we have to, first of all, ensure before we go in to carry out record exercises, ensure that our staff are properly kitted. So they have to wear overalls, they have to have their face mask and their gloves. Then we have what we call an appraisal. So like I said, we have trained archivists. So they actually go through these records. They try to understand the records. They take an inventory of the records. And they look at the records to see which of these records should be kept in the archive. So we have a repository here at LASRAB where we keep important records. Records have a life cycle, and it is governed by the retention schedule. And the retention schedule is determined by the type of record. It could be a legal, financial kind of record. So if that record has passed its retention schedule, it's not of enduring value, we don't need to keep it, we destroy it safely. Lagos State government as a whole is actively digitizing our records. Here at LASRAB, we are about 50% into digitizing our records, our physical records. So if you come to our search room here at LASRAB, you can search on a computer and see with a full text search easily the records that have the keyword that you're searching for on the computer. And you can easily see that. Here at LASRAB, we also have a full, well-stocked library, which is on Lagos. Any publication on Lagos that you're looking for, you can find them here as well.
What are you doing with regards to trying to disseminate this information for Nigerians in diaspora and especially the international community?
We do a lot of work online. So we have social media, so our various handles, so it's at LASRAB. So you can go to YouTube, and we try to actively publish short videos that are explanatory about Lagos. So for instance, during the COVID-19 pandemic, we actually spoke with people from various strata of society. We spoke to farmers, conductors, educators, students about Lagos, and we kept it online. So people can actually go and see what people's experiences were during the COVID-19 lockdown. So in the next 100 years, you can go to YouTube and see what happened. We also partner actively with organizations. We've partnered with an organization in Northern California. It's a diaspora organization, and we've done some programs with them where they have children coming on Zoom, and they had a virtual tour of our museum. They asked questions, they interacted with our experts, and we try to do this program with them regularly because we're very excited. And we are open to partnering with other organizations as well. We see ourselves as content producer of information on Lagos. So we try as much as possible to share information about Lagos history, culture. We're working on a few initiatives that we're going to publish very soon. But I would like to call on anyone that has any information on, for instance, Lagos families that their parents are Lagosians, they have, information. They should please contact us at LASRAB. There was a local government, I won't mention the name, that had a lot of historic materials, very, very old newspapers. And those newspapers were just lying fallow in their offices. And as part of our routine inspection, the LASRAB team came and inspected their record keeping, and they saw those newspapers. We were able to take those from them because we saw that they were important, and we kept them in our repository. And these newspapers are actually being actively utilized. We are working to digitize them right now, but they are going to be put online and people can actually see them and search through them.
On a final note, what's your word to prospective stakeholders, the various agencies and bodies you work with, and a word of encouragement and assurance to Lagosians?
During this journey as the DG of LASRAB, I had the opportunity and the privilege to read various books on Lagos history. I'm a Lagosian, And I was very empowered to know where I come from, to know the kind of great people that I'm from. Knowing your history is a form of empowerment. Being able to have that mental understanding, mental picture of where you come from. Please, as a matter of importance, try and read about history. Try and understand where you come from. I would also call on prominent Lagos families who have information, who have books, who have pictures, to please come forward and contact us. And then finally, I would say that we are here at LASRAB to serve you, all Lagosians. So please come, take advantage of our various facilities here. We have a mini museum, we have a library, we have a search room, and we are here at your service.
We've been speaking with the Director General of LASRAB. So when you think of the history of Lagos, it's quite important you think of LASRAB. The City of Lagos TV show will continue after this time out.
The relatives of security men also claimed an attempt to control them or to ask them the next person they will call is their man who is there, and the person will get them out. Lagos State government, I think, as a matter of fact, what they should do is to set up another intelligence team, like a task force, to go around this thing. And then again, it should be a multidimensional task force. It should include the army, it should include the Navy, the Air Force, even the DSS should also be involved critically.
The government or the law enforcement agency should be able to be moving around at all times, even those who are on bike, because I came across one telling me I'm making calls during driving, which I told him I'm not making calls. I just speak on my phone, call a friend that is in police. That is then I saw their activities that these people, I don't think they are proper police officers. The Inspector General of Police, as the so-called police are on the road at every checking point, there should be an enforcement agency cross-checking their own activities too.
For the governor of this state, he should set aside strict policies that will help monitor these people. And also I feel that each officer should have probably an ID card that will show a means of identification.
I think the way the government can address the issue of fake military and police officers on the street, they should try and find a way of changing the uniform. Once they change the uniform, they have just one single company producing the uniform. But when they have the policemen to go and sew their uniform by themselves and the military, then that's where we'll be having problems.
It's time to blow your mind and take you to the next level on Entertainment Lagos on the City of Lagos TV show. Let's get into action quickly. First, with Entertainment Gist. I'm your girl, Joy Olaide. Don't you move a muscle, cause I'll be right back. First, on Entertainment Gist. Afrobeat singer, songwriter and producer Young John has been named the latest featured artist in Apple Music's Up Next Artists in Nigeria. He's a producer of hit songs like Kix Daniel's Mama, Mayoko's True, and Olamide's Bobo, Silent, and many more. Nigerian star and international singer Asha is set to thrill fans at Asha Live in Lagos concert. The concert is built to hold on Sunday, May 8th at Eco Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. Tickets will be available on www.ashalagos.com. Following the infamous punch and screaming of profanities melted out to comedian Chris Rock by Will Smith, the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences has ruled that Will Smith has been banned from returning to the Oscars or attending any other Academy events for the next 10 years. Finally, on Entertainment Gist, the Nigerian singers Wizkid and Tems have been nominated for the Billboard Music Awards with Essence, which featured Justin Bieber on the remix. It's still Entertainment Lagos. Let's now bring you the sight and sound of the Ladies Hangout tagged Hangout with Tea. This fun-filled event was held on the 10th of April. We had exceptional speakers, amazing performance, and lots of fun. And to crown it all, the main sponsors of the day, Lady Care Sanitary Pad, were there to take care of all the ladies in the house with lots of freebies. And trust yours truly, I was there to bring you the clips. Enjoy.
My name is Titi Oyebane. I'm the convener of the Hangout with Tea ladies event that's happening today. Hangout with Tea. I'm just passionate about women. And of course, I'm the type of person who likes to have fun. And I realized that a lot of women do not have fun with their lives. What I mean is that a lot of women, they take care of a lot of people. They don't take care of themselves. They take care of the kids, which is alright. They take care of their partners, which is alright. But they forget to take care of themselves. So that is why I'm organizing an event like this for women to set aside time to come and have fun, Since 2017, this is our 7th edition. It's been very interesting because at the end of every event, people walk up to me and tell me how I made their day, how I made their month, They haven't had fun in a long time like this, and it's been very interesting. Lady Care is our main sponsor for today. Lady Care Sanitary Pad will be taking care of all the women. Thank you, Lady Care, for all your support.
My name is Benita Hindan, and I am currently at Hangout with Tea on RAPAM 2022. So I was here before Corona started, and the last time I was here, what brought me back here really is the fact that the ambience was good. They were talking about women-related issues, and it was so nice. And then I came here to experience it for the second time, and I'll probably be here more and more and more and more.
My name is OJ Warhol Joseph. I have a feel of what it is to be in the woman's world, and I have the experience collectively and understand what goes on inside the mind of a woman. That's why I'm here actually.
I think it's an unusual one actually on RAPAM. For me, as I have decided that I'm going to share 3 specific things, then I would say I've come here to unwrap them.
And that's the picture on Entertainment Gist. Let's get into the gospel groove with our gospel artist of the week, Vic the Praise. Get ready to move your dancing shoes with this guy.
Hello, Lagosians. My name is Vic the Praise, your gospel artist of the week on Entertainment Lagos on the City of Lagos TV show. It's Hallelujah time with me. I'll be right back. Welcome back, City of Lagos. I am Victory Ezekiel Chibuikem Ugoji, popularly known as Vic the Praise. I'm from Imo State, Ohajegbema precisely. I've been in the music industry professionally 15 years. My mentors are Pastor Nathaniel Bassi, Samuel Koso, Dunsi Oyekon, and Pastor Donnie McLaughlin. My music experience. It's been a sweet journey, but more challenging. But it's been God all the way. We are Christ representatives here on earth, and this is why I do gospel. I get my songs through prayers. They come as inspiration through the Holy Spirit. By the grace of God, I have just 1 album to my credit, and I have a couple of songs. Ebubedike, Marvelous God, Follow Me, Alagbara, the Mighty God, and also Igwe. All right, Lagosians, it is time to listen to that wonderful song, Igwe. Make we praise Baba God together. Listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, take the praise on this one. Yeah. Awesome, please. Oh, na, 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 na. Baba, the things you do for me don't give me back up. This life you give to me, this joy in my heart, I cannot explain it at all. If you know me before, then you know where I come from. But see me today, you don't give me a name. That's why I don't shout.
I sure say una enjoy that one una just hear. Anywhere where you dey make you dey call God Igwe because na him be Baba Agbalagba of our life. Igwe, you can download that song from Audio Mark, Reverb Nation, Boomplay, all songs from Victor Praise. You can get them on Audio Mark. Follow Vic Da Praise on Facebook, Vic Da Praise. On Instagram, Vic Da Praise. On Twitter, Vic Da Praise. Alright, Lagosians, it's time to go. But before I go, I no fit go make I no share this one with somebody. That woman, that man, that boy, that girl will be like me when they watch me. Depend on Jesus. He is the author and the finisher of our faith. Not be you they suffer pass, but sorrow may endure for the night, but your joy they come. If you believe, say your joy they come. Now so it go be. Before I go, it's time to listen to that wonderful song, Alagbara, the mighty God.
Who is he that can battle with my God? Who art thou, great mountain, before the living God? At the mention of your name, every chains have been broken. Arise, Almighty God, and let your power flow. Alagbara ni Jesu, kò sẹ́dá tá lè ṣàfiwé ọ bàbá. Alagbara ni Jesu, kò sẹ́dá tá lè ṣàfiwé ọ bàbá. Alagbara ni Jesu, kò sẹ́dá tá lè ṣàfiwé ọ bàbá.
We can go on and on and on and on Entertainment Lagos, but we gotta go. Don't miss the action next week. Remember, love Lagos.
A better and greater Lagos is manifesting each passing day. Let's keep hope alive. See you next week.